I said it. I said it. So sue me. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of Seiko 5. I'm sick of Seiko 5. Garbage. It's pure garbage. Changing the tone of the camera. Oh, how angelic I look. Sorry for the late stream party, people. It's because I was a good son. And I was running errands, one errand for my parents. So that pretty much pushed my entire schedule back. But I'm here to rant and rave about something that's just really been bothering me lately. Pagani Zonda is here. Heavyar is here. Woof, good afternoon wherever you are. Jory, thank you so much. I am in my lovely home of pee pee poo poo homeless land, Los Angeles, California. I'm in the office right now, but unfortunately my home is LA. Ugh. Kaiser is here. Nicole Celeste, everyone, please comb your hair. Whatever hair you have left, comb it. There's a lady present. I didn't go to the barber. Mostly Harmless is here. Kaiser's here. Mozzie is here. Says sup time teller. What is going on? GW Code. Thomas Coletto. That is a name. All right. You know how like John Smith, it's like whatever. But like Jory Goodman, it's like, wow, that's got some personality. Tom Coletto. That is a name, my friend. Wesley's here. Good afternoon, Orko. Top of the morning. Wesley. Neon Rain 420. Or 240. Whoa. Where's my mind at? I don't even smoke. I should move to Florida. That's true. Stefan says, good morning. We have some people here, some regulars, some new faces, but as is tradition, I ask everyone, what are you sipping on? I'm sipping on a delicious hazelnut latte. I complained about LA. I'm like, oh, this place sucks. And then I'm like, oh, I'm sipping on a hazelnut latte, guys. It is actually quite good. Jorge, Joel, certified T3 bot, Dave, 5e. By the way, when I say certified T3 bot and you see those people with the little 8-bit caricature of myself, those are my channel members. It's like $4.99 a month. It's literally the price of a cup of coffee in 2023, unfortunately. And if you want to support me, it is like YouTube's Patreon, so you help me out a bunch, and that's what allows me to make videos literally every day. Abdul says, good evening. By the way, would it be worth it to restore 89 Prelude? I actually really enjoy the Honda Preludes. It depends on what condition, I suppose, but I really enjoy Preludes. And in 89, they were actually still kind of like pretty boxy, so it's like a really old school look. Stefan, Earl Grey tea. I had Earl Grey last night. I love Earl Grey. Joel Taborski says, best $4.99 ever. Thank you so much, brother. Pagani sipping on some eggnog homemade. Eric Middleton, coffee flavored coffee. Tax cut coffee. Lots of cream, lots of sugar. Derbagger, Somerville's Union Square Donuts cold brew. That sounds good. Hazelnut latte. Latte da. Woohoo. Here in the poor world, it would be black coffee. I am a black coffee guy, but I found this place that is actually like, it's a bakery. It's a pastry shop. And I got this one drink because Sammy ordered it for me a couple weeks ago. And it was like really good. And so now whenever I'm around there and I grab it, I pick it up because it's delicious. Tax got 4-wheel steering was nice. All right, so before we get into what I was going to talk about today, I do want to acknowledge the people that are going to watch this in the future. We have a bunch of regular viewers. We have a couple new faces here right now, but I would like to see all the thousands of people that watch this after the fact show up for the live stream. Now, we typically do it every Saturday morning around 11:30 a.m. Pacific. It is like 12:27 p.m. It's almost 12:30 because, again, I was being a good boy helping my parents out with something. So we're starting a little bit late today, but we do it every Saturday. And if you could be here live, it would be awesome. So mostly Harmless is kicking it off for us with the wave. Chat, if we could wave to the people in the future and tell them that we see you, we love you, we acknowledge you, we thank you for hanging out with us. Some people use this as a podcast. Some people use this as like a really long episode. Whatever you use these Saturday pieces of content for, we're happy that you are here. Mark is waving. Orko is waving. Durbagger says, hello, future watch wieners. Kaiser is waving. I get it, guys. Not everybody can be here. Nicole is waving. Some people have kids. Some people work on the weekends, like myself. Some people, use their weekends to do things they want to do, and they just don't want to listen to some weirdo that they listen to all week long. I get it. But we have a whole lot of fun here during the lives, and I would love to see you here. So we're going to be talking about, real quick, Stig says, cheers from Germany. Oh, gute Nacht. Dedicated follower and proud Seiko SKX 013. The SKX 013 is a watch that when I first started on YouTube, I would recommend all the time, because people would say that the 007, ooh, cat hair, Linky was on my desk again. What the heck? It's so funny. This is a Seiko. I have a cat named Seiko. But that was definitely Linky's hair. Oh my gosh. What I was trying to say is, people used to complain all the time that the SKX 007 was too big for their wrist, and what could they get? Well, get the 013. The 013 was an undersized SKX with a threaded crown, 200 meter water resistance rating. It was a legit diver. Unfortunately, pretty much after 2017, and I'm sure that it's my fault as well, people kind of scooped all of them up, and on eBay, you could only find them in like Spain and Europe. It was really interesting. Europe had like a plethora of them, a surplus, I should say. And then when people got privy to how cool they were, they started gouging the prices real early. Lavishly Fat says, sit on me, Joy, please. Are you gonna give me what I want for Christmas? I'll sit on your lap if you give me what I want for Christmas. And I'm Jewish. I don't know. I never got that. But I'd like to experience it. Sam Led Consulting says, Shabbat Shalom from Santa Barbara. Thank you. Good Shabbos to all my fellow tribesmen. By the way, I love Santa Barbara, dude. I hate LA, but going up to Santa Barbara freaking rules. I love Santa Barbara. Okay, so what we were going to talk about today is that Seiko 5 is kind of a joke. Okay, so when you go to the Seiko website, and I'm going to show you here. Okay, I'm going to make myself very, very, very small. So, can you guys even see me anymore? Look how small I am, guys. Bye. I'm disappearing. Oh, someone save me. Okay, so collections. If you go to collections on the Seiko website, you see various options. Okay, pro specs. Who doesn't love a good pro specs, right? They are going insane with... Okay. Guys, green for go, red for no. Can I just rant? Can I rant here real quick? Green for go, red for no. Spam green in the comments if I can go. Spam red if you don't want me to rant. Tax cut Santa Barbara to Ojai is wonderful. Dude, I drove from LA to Ojai and through Santa Barbara. I took my 944 on like a road trip, and it was an awesome drive. It was an awesome drive. Hanging out in Ojai, beautiful. I did a Porsche Club of America trip driving from LA to Ojai. I took my 911. Awesome. We were blasting a bunch of 911s up to Ojai. It was so fun. Mike S is the only one so far that said red. You don't want me to rant? But that's what we're here for. We're here for a rant. Okay, so I'm gonna rant. Hey, who wants to do a meetup in Santa Barbara? That'd be fun as heck. Okay. Around 2018, if you go back to my channel, all right, if there's one compliment I can give my channel, we're still figuring things out here, okay? Like, we don't have the best macro footage ever. Like, we're not Watchfinder. Watchfinder crushes it with macro, but we have very good macro footage here. We don't maybe have like the most detailed writing like Teddy's team does. Like, they're very like good with their writing, and they have down to a format and formula. We're kind of much more firing from the hip here, because that's how I like to make my content, and that's how I have fun. We don't have the extreme growth trajectory that like Nico has, right? Where he's become kind of just more of like a influencer. But, and these aren't disses, by the way, but if there's one thing I can give my channel props for, is the sheer amount of content that we put out. Like, shout out to, well, the work that I do, but the people that help me when I do have editors working on projects and this and that. We have like almost 1,200 pieces of content on this channel, which is insane. And it's not just throwaway content, but if you go back through the annals of the Time Teller channel, you will see a shift around, Abdul says Jory's rants always live free in my head, around 2018, where my love for Seiko was almost being called into question. It was wavering a tiny bit. And that shift was Seiko starting to partition their like series and sub-series. And I called it then. I said what they are going to do is slice and dice their catalog to put into more defined categories, and they're going to upcharge us. I didn't know how correct I was at the time. Al Schmidt says, how's Hawaii? Hawaii was freaking awesome. I didn't know how correct I was. But we see this here, okay? I said anal. If you go back through the annals of my channel. Because if we go here to collections, Prospex, Presage, Astron, King Seiko. So they brought back King Seiko. 5 Sports, Katura, Diamond Collection. Remember when like Prospex was just some, like, dude, my baby tuna was a Prospex. Still got it for like under $500, brand new. Presage, like, okay, I got a Presage cocktail time, and that was like, what, under $600, brand new. Now, if you have any of these labels on your watches, with the exception, well, no, even 5 Sports, if you have any of these labels, which are all the labels, you can find similar watches that they used to release under maybe just like a Seiko name, just general Seiko, that used to cost less money but now costs more money. What's an example of this? Well, the Alpinist. Okay, the Alpinist, I'll make myself a little bigger so you guys can see something. The Alpinist was just Seiko. Didn't have any subgenre, anything. Or sub-series or category. Then they discontinued it, brought it back under Prospex for about $300 more than it used to be. The SKX. You used to be able to get it for like $190, brand new. Discontinue it, neuter it, make it worse, remove the ISO rating, remove the threaded crown, remove the water resistance rating by 50%, release it under 5 Sports, so a new label, and now it's more money than it used to be. So if you get a Prospex Seiko now, you're talking like over $1,000. Presage close to $1,000. They have Prospex and Presage that have spring drive movements now, like the Prospex LX. Those are awesome watches, but they're over $5,000. They're like $5,200. Diamond Collection, I mean, we're going to complain about Seiko 5 here, but I actually am interested in Diamond Collection. So this just looks feminine. So this is where they put all the I almost said fruity watches, to be perfectly honest. I almost said that, but I meant like frilly and like girly. But yeah, I almost said fruity. Anyway, so yeah, these are kind of just girly watches. And this is kind of disrespectful, I think, to women. Because like women's watches don't need to be all weird and like girly. You can have a smaller sized watch that is more wearable for a smaller human, like a woman, but it doesn't have to be all weird, frilly, and fruity. You can just make like an SKX 013, or you can do what Citizen did with the 30. Actually, it's a 36.5. They list it as 37, but it's a 36.5 millimeter ProMaster. Give smaller humans, small like women, the gentler of sexes, give them a more wearable option, but you don't need to make it like look like a cheap, dumb pseudo fashion watch. Whatever. It's just annoying. So why do I think we're gonna single out one of these collections here today? All right. 5 Sports. Seiko 5. Seiko 5 used to be awesome. All right, we're gonna look something up. So, Seiko 5 Land Shark. Do you guys remember this watch? The Seiko 5 Land Shark. This was a watch, and actually, let me see. You can still find them. So on eBay, used $199, but they're in stock for, wow, this guy's asking $895 on eBay for one. That is stupid. You can find them on eBay for just over $250. But the Land Shark is a watch that was listed as a Seiko 5. And it has, let me see, like, if there's like a good picture of one. Is there a good picture I can look at? I don't know, this one. It has date, threaded crown, internal rotating thingy-majigger, really high contrast. By the way, that internal rotating thingy-majigger is a compass, is what I meant to say. Offset crown, dual crown guards for both crowns, which is badass. Also gives it a really interesting case shape, and a timing bezel. Okay. So these things are a ton of watch, and they're Seiko 5. Seiko 5 didn't used to be just neutered, crappy joke watches. They used to be awesome watches that, like, look, 200 meter water resistance rating, in-house automatic, great Lumibright lume. I'm gonna buy one of these. Actually, I'm gonna buy one of these. These are dope. But what I'm getting at is now Seiko 5 is a joke, because if you go here to the series, in Seiko 5 series, Bruce Lee, Super Club Honda, Showdown, Show Your Style, Seiko 5, recreation of Seiko 5 for sports watch. This is the only acceptable one here, by the way. This is like the only acceptable thing. Kamen Rider. I used to watch Kamen Rider all the time. I'm a huge fan of some of these IPs that Seiko 5 is working with. I'm not going to dunk on Honda or Bruce Lee. There's some cool Hondas out there. There's Bruce Lee's the man. Kamen Rider's freaking awesome. If you go, I have like a game room. If you go in and you look at some of my figurines, I have like a Kamen Rider action figure from like 1970 something that I got at this like Japanese thrift store. It was really cool. More Honda stuff. Ultraman, another IP that I absolutely love. Some weird show your style thing. But let's just look at some of these. Okay, so when you go to Seiko SKX Sports Style, they're all hideous, first of all. They're all neutered. None of these have threaded crowns. There is a, I guess, I suppose that's an undersized one. Now we get into the ugly street style, okay? We got a bunch of IP collaborations. I don't know what this is. Coin Parking Delivery Limited Edition. I don't know what coin parking delivery is. I assume it's a Japanese IP that I'm not privy to. Then we get into these. Okay. Do you guys remember the SNK 809s? These are the SNK 809s, except these are released for like 2 to 3 times the price of an SNK 809. So again, discontinuing to bring back for more money. Hey, do you want to spend, guys? Do you want to spend $400 on what is essentially an SNK 809 that just has Snoopy on the dial? No, you don't. This is a joke, and it's a travesty, and it's a mockery of what Seiko 5 used to be, which always was relatively more accessible than other Seiko lines, but they weren't just toys. It's just very, very, very frustrating. Okay, it's very frustrating. I don't like these dive style watches. I don't like the SNK 809s, which are now SRPs, being released for more money for literally the same watch. These street style ones. You know what's nuts though? Any city you go in, if you wear this watch, you'll probably still get mugged for it. Because it's like, wow, shiny. I am a criminal. I am attracted to things that are shiny. Time to kill this person for a crappy Seiko 5. Like, I would not wear this watch in LA. You would get, like, into some trouble. And what you're going to explain to the guy, no, this is a piece of crap. As they're pulling the trigger. This is... Anyway, let's acknowledge the comment section. People are either going to agree or they're going to get angry. A lot of their product lines don't make sense. They've tried to partition them more definitively, but essentially all you need to know is they're recategorizing things just to make them more expensive. Scramble North wearing a green turtle today. Borderline fashion watch. I think he's talking about those the diamond collection. I guess it's up to women's taste. Well, I mean, that's anything, right? Like anything, all of this is very subjective, because some people could look at that hideous gold tone watch and think it's absolutely gorgeous, but unfortunately, you're just watching one idiot's perspective and point of view. Haken, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Haken says, agree, just change the size, keep everything else the same. Exactly. Like, if you're going to make a woman's watch, you don't need to, we're going to make the dial pink, we're going to put gems on it, and then we're going to make it really weird and give it mother of pearl. It's like, no, just like make the same watch that you were making, just make it smaller. Hey, what about the replica Rolexes so close to Fen? You're better off paying for one of those before Seiko. No, replicas are still crap, and I will not ever promote that. Kamen Rider Black is awesome. Kamen Rider was an awesome show. Is an awesome IP. WTF is this thumbnail? What is the thumbnail? Because I didn't get to pick it. Let me see if I can see. Is there a weird thumbnail on my YouTube? Because if there is... No, it's just a picture of me. Let me see. I don't think there's a weird thumbnail. I had a Snoopy watch as a kid, and I've had yet to find it. Anyone know of a resource to find all Snoopy? Just type in Snoopy watch, and you'll get mostly Omegas. Jason, I reviewed that Long Island Watch Co. video. I grew up watching like most of the Ultraman series, and I own most of them, which is crazy. I have a huge collection. But as far as Gundam, here's the thing. The best Gundam series is the one no one ever talks about, and it's Gundam 8th MS Team. Gundam 8th MS Team is the best Gundam series ever because it's like guerrilla warfare, but in like Gundams. Seiko. I love and hate that brand so much. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. I mean, they spoiled us for a good long time, and it's kind of like being in a toxic relationship where you fall in love with a person at the beginning, and then like you both change, but you lie to yourself about like what is actually in front of you, and then you realize that they are not who you think they are and who you fell in love with. I may or may not be speaking from personal experience. But that's kind of what's happening with Seiko. I think we all need to get a grip and realize that Seiko is not the company that we used to love. Yeah, the 8th MS Team is the coolest Gundam series ever. But I still recommend that if anybody's getting into Gundam, probably just watch Gundam Wing. I know it's like cliche, but probably just watch Gundam Wing. And if you're gonna watch Gundam, honestly, I would recommend just watch Inuyasha. It has nothing to do with Gundam, but it is the best anime. Yo, someone clip this. Can someone clip this? And post it on Reddit. Oh! Post it on Reddit. Oh! Winston, have I watched my... you know what? Ban him. Dude, that's been a joke for a very long time, telling people to watch that anime. I'm probably old. Winston, am I older than you? Or are you older than me? Because I remember being like pretty young and knowing about that. Cold rain in Chicago. Hello, everybody. What's up, Michael Powell? Winston says, damn, haha. I'm telling you, dude. I've been around, dude. Oh, man, Winston, I'm 34. That's probably why we both know about it. That's very funny, dude. We are literally the same age, so it's like, of course, we would both know exactly what we're talking about. That is funny. That is very funny. Jared, hello. Pagani, as I say, every good thing comes to an end. Sadly, Seiko became the victim of its own demise. Wish that Seiko would bounce back to their roots. Slave is... dude, that's why we all know. Slave is 34, Winston's 34, and I'm 34. So we have the same degenerate tastes as every other 34-year-old man, apparently. But see, I'm going back to watches. I'm going back to these Land Sharks. And it actually upsets me. Because these things look really cool. And it's almost a bummer to see that these are Seiko 5s. Because nowadays, you show up with a Seiko 5, people are going to assume that you're repping what Seiko 5 is now. And that's not the case. Do I think buying an SKX is still a good move? Honestly, yes. But only because that is like the watch. I think every collector should own an SKX for like what it is and what it's done for the watch world. However, if you're just looking for a Seiko diver, my recommendation is to buy a turtle. Why don't I recommend a tuna? Because tunas are still, over $1,000. If you want just a solid Seiko diver, get a turtle. Period. Goddamn, this is why you guys know Gundam Wing is, 8th MS, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and Inuyasha. So I would get honestly, I really liked the King Turtle, or the grenade, as we lovingly call it. GCM is 34 as well. Dude. GCM says, I'm 34 as well. I watched Gundam, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, but now I'm watching VTubers. You know how many... I've had companies ask me if I wanted to start a VTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's like where you are live streaming, but you have like an animated character that you are playing as. And I'm like, dude, I do not have the wherewithal or time to like facilitate this. I film every day for like a few channels. I'm not going to be like some other like cartoon character so that weirdos can like yell at me on a live stream. It's just not happening. Death Scythe is cool, but Heavy Arms was the best. Heavy Arms, where he had literally like a Gatling gun on his arm, and then his chest plates would open up, and then he had 2 mini guns. Like that was dope. Why does it show my real name when I chat in streams? Not everyone knows I like Bible Black. Do not Google that, people. Do not Google that. What are my thoughts on the Seiko Samurai? It's much better than anything Seiko 5 is putting out right now. That's what I'll say. The Samurai was interesting when it came out. However, I think the crown guards are too big, and it's not as interesting as some of the other releases. So like the Samurai was fun when it first came out, then I got kind of sick of it. And I would still prefer a turtle. Joel says, I'm 61, Gangnam Style. Steven A says, I know One Piece has like 1,000 episodes. Is it worth getting into? Yes, I'm actually watching through One Piece. It's something... Here's what's good about One Piece. Oh, shoot, Joel likes Attack on Titan. Hey, dude, you're just like us, bro. Akira is the best anime motion picture. I have the limited edition DVD set of Akira, and I absolutely love it. If you say that you like anime and you don't appreciate what Akira did for like that genre, then you're ignorant. But anyway, as far as like shows go, Yu Yu Hakusho is incredible, Inuyasha is incredible, but One Piece is still worth it. And here's why I would say One Piece is worth getting into. Now, I did not watch the Netflix motion picture because live action versions of anime are typically terrible, but here's why I would say One Piece is worth it. One Piece is worth it because it's a show that you can have on in the background while you are doing other things. So for instance, when I'm overseeing like packing the watches that we sell at the shop, I'll have a monitor playing One Piece while like things are going on, and you can have it and the episodes just play, and you're kind of just like popping in and absorbing it through osmosis, and then when like an awesome fight thing happens, you can be like, yo, pause, like rewind that. So it's like you can just have it going on. You don't need to watch, like sit and watch each episode, because then it would take a very long time. But it is something that you can have on the background. Now, for those of you who don't want to be overwhelmed by an anime that's been going on for a million years, just watch Jujutsu Kaisen. It's the best modern anime to come out in the last 5 years, period. Watch Jujutsu Kaisen and Fire Force and just call it a day. Or you can do what I did and go to Suncoast Movie or Suncoast Video. While your sisters are buying movies that they want, you go into the cartoon section, which is listed as Japanimation, but I couldn't read, so I just thought it was just cartoons. Get a VHS of Ninja Scroll and watch it when you're like 8 years old, and then be traumatized. If that's the route you guys want to do, just revert back to being 8, buying a VHS of Ninja Scroll because your parents don't know what it is, and you don't know what it is. They just think it's a cartoon, and you just think it's like Pokemon. Watch it, and just be traumatized, because like the first scene in that show, or in that movie, you're like, what is going on? I didn't understand it because I was like, I don't know, I was like 8 or 10 or something. I was I was way too young to be watching Ninja Scroll. However, I still own that VHS, and Ninja Scroll is one of the best anime motion pictures ever. So, but you have to be an adult to watch it. Be an adult to watch it. That's what I would recommend. Period. Top Tier Ticker says, "Hey TTT, good to finally catch a live. Welcome. I hope this talk of anime and complaining about Seiko is everything you ever hoped for with the Time Teller anime." Ninja Scroll at 9 years old. Oh man. Do you guys remember the first scene? Everyone's getting chopped up and then something bad happens to a woman. That's all I can say on YouTube. Kagero drinking blood off a severed arm. Yeah. I don't want to watch One Piece because of how long it is. I've watched VTuber streaming for like 6 hours. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Just put on One Piece, dude. Wasn't exactly what I was expecting, not gonna lie, but I'm here for it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know when you showed up, but we were talking about watches for the whole first half. But we talk about whatever you guys want. So, but anyway, the title of this is Seiko 5 is a joke. And to get back to it, this is like, I guess, now looking back, the golden, like, this is peak Seiko 5, golden era, which is a huge bummer. It's a huge bummer. Will they ever bring this back? Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Do you know why? Because if they bring this back with all these specs, it's not going to be a Seiko 5. It's going to be a Pro Specs, and it's going to be like $1,200. So, Classy Juanito, I need to sell my watches. Help. Email info@thetimetellershop. Info@thetimetellershop. And I can see what I can do for you. Mike K. Hey, what's your thoughts on Zin, specifically the 566A model? I love Zin, dude. Zin is an incredible watchmaker. Unfortunately, they're very difficult to acquire because now people are really paying attention to them, and their prices are going way up. Like their retail prices, they're asking more and more money. Now, the best Zin ever is the Zin. It's this one. If it will load. The Zin 3006 hunting watch. This won the 2020 German Design Award winner. Yeah. This is a badass watch, boy. Woo! That's a lot of watch. That's the best Zin ever. Tegimented steel. You're getting a moon phase because it's supposed to show you how much light there is, because in certain areas, okay, of the world, it is illegal to hunt at night using artificial light. So what that means is you can hunt at night, but you can't use like lamps or lights, which is crazy. So this in Germany, I suppose that is one of the rules. You can't hunt at night using artificial light. So this lets you know how much moonlight you'll reasonably have, and it's really cool. Chronograph, threaded crown, 200-meter water resistance rating. You are getting month, day, date. Just crazy watch. T3, what was the last good Seiko 5 according to you? Probably like the SNK 809s, dude. Orient has filled the gap that Seiko left. You're absolutely right. You're 100% right. Not telling ourselves an end. Jared, I'm working on my own watch company. I want to make sure I want to make an anime watch that I think men of culture will enjoy. Heck yeah, I'm in. Moon phase does affect tides. Here's what's so funny, dude. I used to make episodes talking about moon phase. This is so funny, dude. I used to make episodes talking about moon phase and how I love it because the Rolex 6062 is a triple date moon phase. Okay. And I would say, moon phase is pretty much useless. There's no real point to it. It's just kind of a rich guy complication. Like, I can look at the phase of the moon. I have a moon on my watch and it rotates. And that's still how it is. Period. But people back then used to like flame me in my comment section. And they'd be like, it is useful because people will use it to go fishing. Fishermen will use it. And I'm like, yeah, dude. How many people are going to be using a triple date moon phase Patek on their wrist while they go on their fishing boat to go like pull some tuna or some crab? None of them are putting on their freaking Gorman fisherman rain suit, going in at 4 a.m. to knock ice off of the chains and everything, to go into the water and start hauling those racks up from the bottom of the water to see what crabs and things they have. And then, oh yes, let me check my triple date moon phase. No, I'm sorry. People aren't using a moon phase for that. This in 2020, that Zin that came out was actually a moon phase that was used for like a hunting function. And the 50 Fathoms did come out, or Blancpain came out with a 50 Fathoms like a year ago that had a moon phase. I guess you could argue that one could be used by fishermen, but no one else in the fisherman community is using moon phases on their watches for that reason. They'd use like a G-Shock Frogman or something else with a tide graph. Fishing is a tough job. No one would wear an expensive watch in such condition. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Pull some tunas that you've... yeah. But guys, I'm actually going to wrap this up. This was a fun stream. and I hope that you guys understand what I'm talking about. I'm not digging or taking a dig at affordable watches. I'm not, dunking on people that are looking for a more accessible entryway into the hobby. I would argue that my whole channel has tried to make, horology more accessible to people. The unfortunate thing is like Seiko 5, I would argue, is not the entryway to the hobby. That's what it is. You look like a Kurdish man. Are you from Kurdistan? No. I am from America. I am an American man. And I'm Jewish and proud. And that's like not okay to say nowadays because it's crazy climate out there. GCM. I want to buy Jazzmaster 40mm with no date. Mike K says, thanks, TTT. Love your channel. I love you guys. But we're going to wrap this up, so I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you on the Monday episode. Guys, can we get a round of applause? We've been putting out episodes. I told you I'd put one out every weekday. We've been doing it. Monday, Friday, the live stream on Saturday. Al, thank you so much. It's great to see you, Jory. I agree 100% regarding Seiko 5. Cheers. Thank you, Al, certified T3 bot. But round of applause, guys. Love that we've been able to put out all this content for you, and I love that you guys have been hanging out and watching it, because without my viewers, what's the point of making the content, right? So you are to thank, and the round of applause is for you. Sincerely, it's not just me giving myself a pat on the back. Seriously, thank you so much. Like, if I wasn't getting a positive response putting out this amount of content, then we wouldn't be doing it. So thank you guys for allowing me to do it. GCM says, awesome time teller. Keep watching hentai. Heck yes. All right, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Tell someone you love them. Tell yourself you love yourself. And get out of your comfort zone. Come on. What? Why not? You think live streaming talking about Bible Black is comfortable? No, you gotta get out of your comfort zone. You wanna experience life? You gotta get out of your comfort zone. Alright, guys. Love you. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Big ol' dab. Love you guys. See you on Monday.